Hello everyone! Old School Pokemon here, back again for my quarterly YouTube video of the newest Pokemon set release, Scarlet and Violet Paldea Evolved. Hopefully, now that I'm back making this one YouTube video, I will eventually return to making more frequent YouTube videos. It's been a very, very busy past couple of months for me. A lot of things going on that if you guys watch Pokeflips, you probably know about. Talking about this video specifically, this video here, I am going to be going over all of the hit cards that I pulled from my Paldea Evolved opening. In total, I opened 42 booster boxes, 1,512 booster packs. Overall, I was pleased with the hit cards, but we'll go ahead and hop right into it, and I will show you every single hit card that I pulled from this opening, starting things off with all of the double rares. So we do have a whole bunch of these to go through. I did already kind of organize everything by the rarity and the way I'm going to get everything listed on eBay. I basically do the rarity, so starting off with the lowest rarity, and then I also do everything in alphabetical order, so that way when someone purchases a card off of eBay, I'll be able to easily pull that card. If any of you guys are interested in purchasing any of these cards, as always, all of these cards will be available within my eBay store come midnight tonight. As I'm recording this video, it is currently Thursday afternoon. I still actually have to get all of these listed on eBay, but if you're watching this video when I upload it, which will probably be around 6 p.m., I will have everything listed by midnight if you guys are interested in that. So there is the first stack of the new, or I guess it's the second set of double rares, the old ultra rares, new double rares. I'm still getting used to the new rarities and the names of the new rarities. But as we go through these cards, really nothing exciting, in my opinion, for the double rares. Once you start getting into the illustration rares, the special illustration rares, some of the artworks on those cards were actually really, really good. So I really did like the artworks on a lot of those cards. I do think it is a step up from Scarlet and Violet base. Scarlet and Violet base, it really wasn't anything that I was super excited about, but Paldea Evolved does have some really good artworks. Of course, we got the Pikachu EX, probably my favorite EX right there. I only have a few of the Pikachu EXs in this stack right here because this isn't going to be all of the cards. I am going to show you all the cards, but I do have them separated out already by which ones I'm going to be listing as raw cards within my eBay store and which ones I'm going to be sending off to PSA and CGC for grading. So I'll show you those stacks at the very end of this video right here. Like I said, all of these cards right here are the ones that are going up within my eBay store for the midnight release tonight. So yeah, like I said, opened 42 booster boxes. I was a little disappointed. I got my allocation from my distributors, and I actually just received my product yesterday, so Wednesday afternoon. So Wednesday was spent opening all of the booster boxes, booster packs, and then today was kind of spent going through getting everything organized, and tonight we'll be actually listing everything onto eBay. So now that we're finished up with the new double rares, old ultra rares, now we're getting into the old full arts, the new ultra rares. And while we're going through these cards right here, if any of you guys are interested in Scarlet and Violet openings, for those of you who don't know, back a couple of weeks ago, I actually started out on the eBay Live platform. So I've been doing that for a couple of weeks. I'm trying to do 3 days a week. I've been able to keep up that 3 days a week time frame so far. So that's what I've been doing lately. And come tomorrow, Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm actually going to be doing a dedicated Paldea Evolved Rip and Ship stream. So if any of you guys are interested in purchasing some packs to open, I will be on eBay Live for Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, as well as Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I'll be sure to leave a link to both of those eBay lives in the description of this video. We do have a few of the Terra Pokemon as well, starting it off with the Dedenne EX right there. We've got the Fortress EX, and then we have the Slowking EX. I actually really like the artwork of the Slowking EX. I thought that was a really, really cool artwork right there. I did set a few of those cards aside for grading. As far as the print quality of the cards go, it was definitely better than Scarlet and Violet, the base set. However, the print quality still isn't as good as like the end of Sword and Shield. Silver Tempest, Crown Zenith, I thought the print quality of those cards was really, really good. So now we're getting into the ultra rare trainers, the old full arts trainers with the bosses orders right there. I did pull a few of the Ionas. I basically set most of those aside for grading. I think there was one that I decided to list as a raw copy. So there's the one that I set aside to list as a raw copy, just because the centering and the little bit of whiteness on the back, I figured wouldn't be worth sending off to PSA. So I'll just list that as a raw copy on eBay. Now we're getting into the old secret rares, the new hyper rares. Really don't like that name, but I don't know why they started calling these hyper rares. I still like calling them secret rares. But there is all of those cards right there. We've got the actual Pokemon, we've got a decent bit of trainers, and then we have a few energies as well at the end. So now we're finally getting into the last stack of cards. Some of the better artworks in my opinion right here. Starting things off with the regular illustration rares. Now, like I was saying earlier, Scarlet and Violet base really wasn't a big fan of that set. Some of the artworks were cool, but in my opinion, there really wasn't too many artworks that I really enjoyed. Whereas with Paldea Evolved, I actually really like all of the artworks on the illustration rares and the special illustration rares. I think Pokemon actually really stepped it up for Paldea Evolved in terms of the actual artwork. Now, obviously, that could just be me being subjective, where I didn't like the ones in Scarlet and Violet, and I do like the ones in Paldea Evolved. But in my opinion, I think the artworks is a lot better in Paldea Evolved. I really like this one, the Flamingo. I think that's a really cool artwork right there. Really liked that one right there. And then the Fletchinder, also really liked the artwork in that one right there. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised with Paldea Evolved. I went into the set really not expecting too much, because it seems like Paldea Evolved definitely isn't the most talked about set from what I've been seeing, at least. And then of course we have the Magikarp right here. Really cool artwork on this card right here. Did pull a few of those. I am going to be grading some of these. These two were just kind of, again, off center. They had whiteness on the back. The Marill, another really cool artwork in my opinion. Really liked the artwork on that card right there. Finishing up all of the single cards that I'm going to be listing within my eBay store. The other special illustration rares right here. The Paldean Tauros was another really cool artwork that I enjoyed right there. Thought that was another really good one. Paldean Wooper. This was definitely a dud artwork in my opinion. Really not sure why they need to make a illustration rare Wooper. Can't imagine there's many people who like this artwork, like that Pokemon. If you are a Wooper fan, sorry about that. Then of course we've got the starter, one of the starters from Scarlet and Violet with the Quaxly right there. The evolved form of Quaxly, Quaxwell, however you say that. Really like the artwork on those ones as well. And then of course the Raichu, another really cool artwork on this card. Unfortunately, I only pulled one of the Raichus, and the condition on it was really off center, left to right, as you can see there. Same thing on the back. And then it did have a little bit of whiteness as well, which was unfortunate. So I was planning on grading all the Raichus that I pulled. I only pulled one, and the condition on it's really not the best. James, Z&G Emporium's favorite Pokemon with the Sudowoodo right there. Again, really liked the artwork on this one right here. I think they did a really good job on this one. I actually really liked that artwork right there. And then, of course, every time I pulled it, I thought of Z&G Emporium. Tyranitar, another really good artwork right here as an illustration rare. I did pull a few of these cards right here. This was the one that I decided not to send off to PSA for grading. And then finally, we're getting into the special illustration rares as well. I did pull the majority of these cards to send off to PSA for grading. Those few were, again, just off-centered, a little bit of whiteness on the back, so I didn't want to grade any of those cards. So those are all the cards that will be available within my eBay store. And next up, we have all of the ones that I'm going to send off for grading. Starting things off, this pile right here, I'm going to send to PSA for grading. I probably won't do any of the more expensive tiers. I'll probably just do the $15 bulk tier on all of these cards right here. But we got the Slowking EX. We've got the regular Iona cards right here. We've got one of the Magikarp illustration rares. Had to throw in a Quaxley. And then we've got the Tyranitar as well. And then a few of the special illustration rares as well. So all of these cards, I looked through them closely. I'm hoping that these ones will get PSA 10s. At least most of them PSA 10s, probably a few of them PSA 9s. We did get the alt art Iona, which seems to be right now the most expensive card in the set, sitting at like it's tough to tell because it's pre-order pricing right now. But right now it's about $130 for that card. We'll see what happens once midnight comes and the actual set releases and everyone's able to add inventory onto TCG Player, and there's already a bunch of listings on eBay, but TCG Player is kind of a good indication for the modern stuff. So that was actually the stack that I'm sending off to PSA. So mainly I went through all of the hit cards that I wanted to grade, and these were the only ones that I felt would be like a surefire PSA 10, whether that be because of the centering or because a few specks of whiteness on the back or little scratches on the back of the card. Those were the main issues that I ran into. Like I said, the print quality was definitely better than Scarlet and Violet base, but it still wasn't up to par with like the end of Sword and Shield. Silver Tempest, Crown Zenith, I thought had really, really good print qualities. And obviously that could have just been because of my small sample size. Maybe other people had worse luck with the end of Sword and Shield and better luck with Scarlet and Violet. But from my sample size, the print quality definitely improved from Scarlet and Violet base to Paldea Evolved, but it's still not quite the print quality that I would like to see. So those cards are going to be sent into PSA. These cards are going to be sent into CGC. Now, normally I don't send anything to CGC, but I'm going to try it out again and see what happens. These cards were some of the cards that I originally pulled out to grade with PSA. When I went through everything to look through the condition, I didn't believe any of these cards could get PSA 10s, so I'm sending off to CGC in hopes that they get the CGC 9.5s. Some of them will probably get CGC 9s, but the nice thing about sending off to CGC is it's a little bit cheaper to send to CGC versus PSA. And then additionally, I'll have these cards back a lot quicker than I will the cards that I'm sending off to PSA. So I'm going to try that play again, see how it works. In the past, I really haven't sent much off to CGC in a very long time, but I'm going to try it again and see what happens. Hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully it'll work out well, but we'll see what happens there. So these are the last couple special illustration rare trainers. Again, we got a few more of the Ionas right there, and then we're going to be ending with the cute little Jigglypuff Seguro, however you say that. So anyway, that is everything that I pulled from my Paldea Evolved opening. In total, like I said, 42 booster boxes, 1,512 booster packs. That is all I have for today's video. Like I said, if any of you guys are interested in purchasing any sealed Paldea Evolved product, I am going to be on eBay Live tomorrow night, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, as well as Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, doing a rip and ship stream for Paldea Evolved. I'll have loose booster packs, sealed booster boxes, ETBs, booster bundles, blister packs, basically any of the Paldea Evolved products I will have available to purchase, to rip on stream or shipped sealed. If any of you guys are interested in the single cards that you saw in today's video, I will have those up on eBay for the release at midnight tonight. night. As always, thank you guys for watching. Really do appreciate the support, and I will see you in the next one.